If you look up the word ivy in the dictionary, you'll see kindness.
I have never seen someone so kind in all my life.
She's like a rock. She's kind. Generous.
Every time she comes, there's always something pleasant, always a pleasant moment, because she always bringing something. It's always very pleasant. You always smile when she comes around.
Now, where did it all begin for Aunt Ivy? Let's listen to her story.
Born in Higgintown, grew up in Higgintown, go to Brittonville Primary School, go to Patsy.
My last interaction with her was to do what she always does, which is she starts at Higgintown and she goes from the Red Time to Johnny Spring, and she remembers Mr. Stanford. She remembered the people back. It was always close to Higgintown and the people in Higgintown. So yes, Ivy never really left Higgintown.
Growing up as children, any special memories?
I remember there was an old man, and we used to call him Baba. Like Mama used to prepare his meals for him, and she made sure wherever that she had it, go across with it all the time. And she was a sincere person. My mother had no problem with Ivy, nothing.
She was close to Miss Jem. Obedient, to say the least. Yeah.
One thing I can remember is I always said that we never family have birthdays. And the first time I recognized that I really have a birthday, she sent me a telegram. It was in the post office. So she was that type of person. Just kind, tend to want to help everybody, remember everybody. So she was the first person who put birthday on my calendar.
You remember Ivy being more of the studious one, so she would really spend time at the table doing work. Yes, she was quite studious.
Oh, she loved to learn. This is no joke. She was the one that I'm like, wow. She would go to Sentence Bay and she would do cooking class and she did sewing.
She was a student, a lifelong student. She never stopped learning. She was always inquisitive and always wanted to learn more and to go higher in her chosen field. I mean, I think there was a time when I didn't even realize that she was, enrolled in university and doing her university. Because things like that, she didn't, unless I didn't boast about it, she just did it.
Right.
And you knew about it when it was done and over, rather than when she was going through it. So, and I suppose in some respects there are little things that she knew what she wanted to do and she just went for it and did it, and then you heard about it or knew more about it after it had been done rather than during the course of it being done.
My greatest strength is her determination to do what she wants, to what she wants to achieve. Greatest strength to do whatever is possible to achieve.
Back in those days, black people didn't get promoted, and whenever she get a promotion, there was always somebody, trying to make life difficult for her. But she overcame them because she was such a bright person. It's a brilliant mind.
I would say she's the one who make sure that we all came here, come to America, and always make sure that you're on the right track. Help to get you on the right track.
So she has been influential in getting a lot of families on the right path in New York City.
Ivy's house was the sanctuary. It was what Donald Trump would call the chain migration, and she was the anchor. Every penny she earned was spent in providing food and shelter for her family. That's the kind of heart that this woman had. And she wasn't thinking of payback. You see what I'm saying? It just was not a payback situation. It was a situation where I'm doing this because God put me on the earth to help my family, my fellow man. And therefore, I'm going to help regardless of what the consequences are, not looking for a payback.
I don't know how she did what she did, but I'm telling you, she helped us, and she saved, and she's just fantastic in every which way, financially, emotionally, as a human being. She's just great.
Well, quite a few people got summer jobs through Ivy. And that was like pulling teeth because, all those executives used to bring in their 32nd cousin for summer jobs. So for you to get any, and of course, they have the clout. So getting a job for anybody for you was not easy, but somehow or the other she managed.
Can you describe how it felt to be around her, to be in her presence?
Just one thing that always sticks with me from an Ivy is just her, pure joy and happiness, no matter what was going on, just always being able to smile and carry and give a light on to others, and that's something that has, stuck with me.
Her demeanor, her positive thinking, positive things, and just a very nice, loving person.
But she was one of the favorite person to come around, because you always look forward to seeing her. You always look forward whenever she coming, because you know it's gonna be a pleasant occasion.
I know she was a loving person.
I'm just a faithful friend, a very, very faithful friend. There's nothing that she would have said no to if she was asked.
She was a fabulous hostess. When you are at her house, you are well fed, you are made to feel comfortable. I mean, the sky is the limit.
What do you think she was most proud of in life?
Taking care of Aunt Ivy again, just made personal sacrifice. She never complained. She just went through it with a smile.
When it was time for her to take care of Miss Jen, that was easy. That was the accomplishment of her life, to take care of her mother.
What's your favorite memory or moment that will make you smile when you think about her?
Aunt Ivy loved to shop, and she loved fancy clothes, and I would go meet her at Trace, and after work I would go shopping with her, and whatever I want she would buy. And to top it off, we would always go to the cellar to have supper or cup of coffee, but we would never go home unless she stopped and get me something to eat.
There was a restaurant there or a coffee shop. We decided to have breakfast. So we sat down and we ordered eggs. The lady asked us, how do you want your eggs? Of course, we come from Jamaica. All I know in Jamaica, you fry an egg. You either fry an egg or you scramble an egg. Ladies, how do you want your eggs? So I don't know where I heard the term sunny side up. So I said, sunny side up. Ivy looked at me and so I kicked her under the table. So she ordered sunny side up. Of course, we couldn't, the thing was so soft and watery, we could not eat it because it was awful. Because, we don't eat eggs like that. But it was so, we got up, and when we got in the subway, we cracked up. Who told us to go order sunny side up eggs? But we had some fun times, Jan. We had some fun times.
She would always sing. We would sit at the dining table and she would break into song. I must confess, I never blocked to the words, but she would clap her hands and sing. She would always go back to being that little girl. You could see that in her.
So on Ivy was, always like that second mother to me. Someone who was always just so selfless, so caring, loving. One thing that, memory that always comes to mind for me is, on Ivy taking me to and picking me up from school, making me lunch for, my elementary classes, and just always making sure that she would give me what I want.
I got married and left. So I kind of felt, that I needed to apologize for her for leaving. Because by that time I had just gotten a job where I could start helping her, with the rent. And so she says, Doreen, do you think I did this because I wanted you to come back and help me? I said, why not? She said, no, that's not my mission in life. My mission in life is to help, not to get. It's to help. If there is a Christian value that Ivy personified, it was the give. I give. I constantly give, and I don't look for a return.
If you have the opportunity to once more to just thank her for something, what would be that one thing that you would thank her for?
There is so much, because I remember her thoughtfulness. She always looking out for you.
For my life, I give her credit and thank her for everything, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be living this life. I would say whatever we achieve is back. It was her effort to get us here. That we can really help others in such ways.
So who I am today is a direct blessing because of Ivy.
I would thank her for having confidence in always allowing me to have a say. But the nice thing is, she had a wonderful way of always saying thanks for caring, with caring. So you can tell when you are in her presence because you can feel cared for.
If you had the opportunity to say one last thing to her, what would it be?
Well, I love her dearly. Love her dearly, and I've got no fault. There is nothing that you can say if or whatever. She was just a very nice person.
Wonderful friend. An awesome sister. And I will miss her.
So I just want to say I love you, and Ivy. You will always be with me. And I wish I had some more time to spend with you.
This is your sister, Annie Walters. I'm just calling to say hello, and hello to everybody. So when you get this, you can call me back.